we almost see no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks. Hey, anyone notice this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
Welcome back again, you big old bitches, with Nick REKIETA, my boy. How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. That intro is a fucking war crime. So, we're gonna have to bring you before the fucking Hague sometime and prosecute your ass for that thing.
I love it. I love that shit. Dude, man, okay, so you know how we can see each other down in the little bitty preview thing?
Yeah.
Like, I pulled it up and I just saw Pippa's little goofy ass character sitting there, and her, like, it started and Pippa's eyes just go just reacting to her expressions. She's just like oh my gosh, dude, it was funny as hell. Yeah, Pippa was great. Pippa was great.
Oh, and so that's what this is. Yeah. I see. Okay. No, you're like, oh yeah, man. I just wanted to bring you on, do like a little talk tonight, you know, talk about some stuff, make fun of fat people, whatever, fat women, shame people. But what it actually is an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long this is gonna be. Yes. You just rubbing my face in the Pippa interview.
Yes, dude. Now, granted, you get no. I love how her first words in the podcast was "fuck rackets." That was her first words. I want to thank you for coming on before you went on Nick's show, and she's like, "Yeah, fuck rackets." Like, yeah, that's a great. No, but you don't have to worry. That'll never happen again. So, so you know, she didn't ask her management, and like, yeah. And
did you get some feedback on it?
Yeah. So now they know, and now like no one from that organization is ever allowed on. Because I already invited several. And I had one of them that's completely unrelated, but they're still part of the organization, messaged me and they're like, yeah, we're not allowed to do that. I'm like, not allowed to do that. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Oops. You know?
It was like, look at this bridge, look at this gasoline, and look at this match. Yeah, I have all that I need right now.
Burnt that bitch down, but at least it was Pippa because she's great. Yeah, it's like, so we died with Pippa. no more VTubers unless it's Lofty's goofy ass, which that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. So don't to worry about that bitch. So, speaking of Lofty's dumbass, Karis got laid off. And he donated a pink boy before the stream ever started. Thank you so much, dude. I can't pull it up because it was before the stream. And don't forget, Daracuda, I like boobs. Christina, what's up, baby? God, I wear her as a mask for sure. So, Mara, oi, Rockets, the people has got Camelot stream first. And then Jessica Reloaded, my figs. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
A lot of great people today. And thank you, Reich and Night. Love last night drunken show. Dude, that was a great show. I had a lot of fun. You were like, please come back. And I went, you know, I restarted my computer and went downstairs and I saw like I have a little bed that I put in my theater room because I have people stay sometimes. And I saw that bitch. And I was like, ooh. But I came back up. And I was like, I'm gonna finish this shit out. But it was funny. It was 5 minutes. I came back up and you were gone. I was like, what happened? And you're like, oh, I was like, what? How much did you drink when I was gone?
Too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Like in a 5 minute period.
No, I drank a lot last night. I don't, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah. That was good. It was a great show, man. It was a great show.
I had a good time. Even when I was yelling at people, I had a good time.
Yeah, dude, it was great. It was like, so I don't know if you guys caught it last night, but it was somebody would say in the chat, they'll be like, hey, Nick, what's your opinion on this thing? And Nick's like, you know, I don't know, but don't let anybody ever tell you can't have fun with your wife and lover. And I'm like, you're here. Damn you. All you plebs. Oh God,
man,
it's beautiful.
It's just it's like it's so funny. And I know like there's like a clip already up from last night where it's like REKIETA Law was never a law show or whatever. It's like, do you like I guess no one remembers the halcyon days of REKIETA Law where it was literally talking about comic books and anime all the fucking time. It's like, yeah, there were lawsuits within those areas, but a lot of the streams, you can't always talk about lawsuits. There's not always a legal thing going on. And it's but you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. My main thing is like, and this is a lesson everybody needs to learn, I guess, is that if you don't like a thing, like an entertainment thing, don't consume it. Including if it's me, someone was like, you're shitting on your audience. Like, first of all, I don't own any audience. I don't want to own any audience. Unlike Idubbbz, who did that whole, I am responsible for what my audience does.
Dude. Wow. Like, you know, not to segue, but man, I saw his apology video, and I'm going to be honest. Like, I watched Idubbbz like back in the day, and I thought it was great. Look, I loved it. Even now, you can go back and watch like content coming. It stands up. I mean, it's edgy humor. I get it, but him sitting there in front of a camera saying, "I apologize to all these people, and I was bigoted and racist," and he's like, and I love how he separated black people and minorities. He was like, "I apologize to black people and minorities." You can just say minorities, but it's fine. Yeah, and you can see. So there's this great clip, and I'll just pull up a screenshot from it.
Yeah.
Where, you know, obviously, a lot of people don't know this. Idubbbz, his wife was his first like girlfriend ever, which means he was a virgin. So obviously, if she says anything, jump, he's gonna ask how high, right? And that's just how that works. You know, when I had my first girlfriend, I was, you know, I held on to it, even though I broke up with her eventually because she was awful. But that's just how it goes. But when he had his fight, at the end of his fight, you know, he was overwhelmed with emotion and he starts crying, which is whatever, you know, it happens. And you could like the look on his freaking wife's face. It looks like she's just disgusted, and you can look. It looks like she's like making a cry face.
Okay, I have not seen this at all.
But she looks so disgusted that he's crying, and it is awkward. It's a really awkward cry. It's one of those really awkward ones. And I'm trying to pull it up right now, but it's freaking hard to find. So here it is. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So you can see the look on her face. It's like she didn't expect him to do this, and she like looks away, and she's like making an awkward face, but she kind of tries to save it and kind of look like she's crying a little bit or something, or getting teary. But you can see it right here, like she's making such an awkward face.
Yeah,
because he's like, you know, getting teary, and the face is just so awkward, and it's so hard to find the freaking original video for this. But anyways. She makes a really awkward face, and she looks away, and she's like, "Ooh, what is he doing? Why is he crying? Why is he crying?" You know, it's pretty weird. But yeah, I've never seen a creator like you. We can take Boogie, right? Boogie's done some stupid shit, but I've talked to Boogie in real life, and Boogie's generally the same person that he's always been, and he'll even own up. He'll be like, "Yeah, I said some dumb shit, bro," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you did." And I talked to Wings of Redemption today to set up a show, and you know, like they all will say, "Yeah, I did some shit, man." But Idubbbz, I've never seen somebody fall harder.
Boogie did that shit. Oh, sorry.
No, no. It's just my point is I've never seen somebody fall harder from grace than Idubbbz.
He fell really hard, and he like dove into it. That was the thing. Like,
yeah,
he's like, "No, I'm taking the reins on this bitch, and I'm running it to the ground." I mean, #respect for that, I guess. But no. I was gonna say Boogie. I mean, Boogie said some of those horrible things on your show the other day.
He did,
actually. Yeah,
yeah. He was talking about. Yeah, my favorite thing is to force women to just
have orgasms until they can't take it anymore.
Until they scream and beg and cry to stop. And I'm just like,
safe word me.
No, Boogie, stop. Which is also my biggest Instagram reel of all time. That's closing in on 500,000 views.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. None of the other ones got any views, and that one's just like whoo, skyrocketed.
Because it was fucking weird, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and dude, it's just wild as hell, man. It's wild as hell, and it's funny because I asked Boogie about that because you got to when he's on your show. I was like,
yeah.
So, hey, Boogie, what about that time you said like your detractors were worse than Nazis? and he was like, yeah, that was pretty stupid. He justified it. He's like, at the time, you know, he even like reiterated.
They seemed bad, but when I thought about what actually happened to Jews, I was like, you know, maybe in hindsight, they weren't as bad, but close.
Yeah, he was like, now, but what I meant to say, and he even says this originally. He was like, now, what I was meaning when I said that was at least Nazis believed in something. And I was like, oh, look, he's doing it again. I get what you're trying to say, but just don't say it.
Yeah.
'Cause no matter what you say, people are gonna be like, "What do you mean? Nazis did nothing wrong," and it's like, no, it's not. What so yeah, it was.
Keep
it was
Hitler's name out your fucking mouth.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that garbage. Ghost Yagami says, "Has Camelot ever answered balls or no balls?" Balls always. I like them.
Always balls. Thank you.
Samantha, Cody, and Rekeda. Happy Saturday. Thank you, Samantha. I love you. I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad you got to go mudding on the damn beach. And also, Billy Hatcher with a pink boy, Pippa, was fun, but it would have been better if Nick was on at the same time. But also, what do you think about Nintendo taking down the Dolphin emulator? Yeah, they sent a cease and desist to Steam for releasing the Dolphin emulator on, or they were going to release it on Steam, the GameCube Dolphin emulator or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, Nintendo sent Steam, I think, a cease and desist, or the company that was releasing it. And so they pulled it from the damn entire. And I'm like, dude, just download it. I have it on my computer.
Okay, so help me out here. So someone like there's an emulated version of a Nintendo game.
It's the entire GameCube.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were releasing
and
it.
They were going to sell it on Steam?
Yeah, they were going to.
You can't do that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they were selling it or just releasing it, or like if they were just downloading for free. But it says right here, it says Dolphin emulator Steam release indefinitely postponed after cease and desist from Nintendo.
Yeah, there's no way Steam can do that. Like Steam, and like Steam could maybe take some ideological stand and be like, well, this is someone using our platform to do this, is not us, whatever. It's way easier for them to just, no, man, we can't be associated with that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and like to be honest, to be fair, I have had the Dolphin emulator for years, and like, what's the difference in just having it on your computer anyway, rather than downloading it on Steam? I guess to make it more accessible to a wider audience. But yeah, they got hammered, and they took that shit down immediately.
Okay, so now people are saying I might have misunderstood. So they're saying this is just the emulator itself, not like any games or anything like that.
Yeah, and it's free too. So
okay, well that's a little different then. That's a little different. Getting more of the context. I understand here, because so the question becomes when an emulator, and I don't agree with this. Okay, like personally, I think if you can reverse engineer shit, like go for it. I do not think code is some sacred language that is somehow immune to protection or needs some sort of protection from everything. I think if you can reverse engineer shit, it should be like you should be able to do whatever you want with software. That's my opinion. But the question, I guess, the legal question becomes when an emulator is actually just effectively a copy of someone else's intellectual property, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the question. I don't know the answer to that, but I guess that's the issue that Steam doesn't want to fucking deal with.
What probably happened is, Steam's just like, fuck, we don't give a fuck. Just pull it. They don't really want to fight anybody or do anything, right?
Yeah, so especially over a free thing. They're not going to make their 30% on.
Yeah. So like, what the hell's like? They just don't want to be involved. Basically, it's kind of like just those people in rural America that just don't want to be involved. But now they got to be. Ranger Player, what's up, dude? Where the hell you been? How you doing, buddy? But yeah, dude, that's the thing. It's like Target now. All the normies are seeing it. That's one beautiful thing about all this bullshit. Normies are going to Target and be like, yeah, I saw something like this. One of my kids were talking about this. One of the neighbors said something about this, and I thought I'd never have to really worry about it because I live in Nebraska. But unfortunately, like, look at all this bullshit that's in Target, and now they're like, now I have a problem with it.
Yeah. Why do I have to tell my kid what an anal stimulator means? Right.
Oh
sitting on the fucking shelf.
Dude. Okay. So I tweeted this out the other day, and it's so frustrating to me because it is completely misrepresenting things just to make people look more simple than they actually intend on being. For example, I tweeted this out, and this is the original tweet, and it says, you can see like the breakdown in the argument immediately. Because it was a like an Instagram reel I saw, and it's like this person says the guns don't kill people. People sure to seem to think a book can make you gay, and I'm like, that is not even kind of the argument. The argument is they don't want a book that's encouraged and pushed towards first graders that tell you how to efficiently suck a dick.
Right.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's the issue. They keep glossing past the like. They're like, oh, it's this gay stuff. It's like, well, it's, you know, it's the fact that there's an illustration of a penis in a mouth and like they're telling you how to do it. And this is for elementary school children. That's what they're actually worried about. It's not the gaying thing. They'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
They can deal with that. That's a separate argument down the road. But first we got to get the bullet out of your head before we can figure out where it was fired from. Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. Like, even if it's hetero, like that's the entire point of everything they're missing. And it's gross. Did you see that? Like the screenshots or the scans of the book that was in schools. And it was like, sometimes Jimmy likes when you touch his private parts, and it even feels better when you put your mouth on it. Try that. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
it was fucking weird, man.
Yeah, I didn't see that when I was in school. When I first went, I didn't flip through the library. And it was like, make sure to put your thumb in her ass to get her off. I'm like, what the fuck was it? You know what I'm saying? It didn't say that.
Yeah.
Take Mr. Thumb.
If it had a bunch of hetero shit in there, it would similarly be disturbing.
Yes.
And they're like, look, boys, here's how you find the clitoris. It's like, not for first grade, you know?
Yeah.
Not in elementary school. Probably not just not in a public school. Like maybe they could go to the regular library for that one.
Yeah.
Not the school library.
That's the cool thing about like growing up in Alabama is we had health class eventually. I think it was 9th grade, maybe 8th or 9th grade. And all they did, because, you know, I'm in Alabama, is they blew up giant 4K looking pictures of just like genital herpes and shit. That's all they did. And they're like, if you have sex, you will get an STD 100% across the board. You're going to die.
Exactly.
That's what they said when I was in school. And over 100 random ass Tinder white girls later, I never got one. Somehow.
So you think.
That I know of.
What if you are the STD?
I'm a carrier. Now,
no. You are the actual STD, and all these girls are just catching you. That's the problem.
Yeah, dude. No, every couple of months, though, my penis does shed its skin for some weird reason. I don't know what that's about.
Right. No, that's normal.
Figure that out. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I like keep them.
The chat will back you up on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just tape them to the wall, and you can like tell the difference. You know, that's what I can do. I like it. Speaking of your penis,
shorter than last time.
Damn it, no. I'm losing. This is the opposite. Speaking of tiny penises, Disco Cobra! Woo! My man! He's the man, son! Damn, halfway to Naked Snake in like the first 18 minutes. Since you put out a tweet earlier today, Cody, what suggestions for guests have you got or considered? I put a comment saying lead singer of All That Remains. I have emailed him. Tommy Vext, former Bad Wolf singer, would be cool to see. I have not messaged that guy, but I have messaged Phil Labonte because I used to be a big All That Remains fan when I was a teenager.
I can probably connect you,
dude. That'd be great. I would love to have that dude on.
I met him on Sargon's show.
God, that'd be cool.
And we were in sync immediately because we're like, hate the government, love guns. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm with you, brother.
Hate the government, love guns. That's gonna be our story. That's gonna say Camelot or CamelCast 42. Phil Labonte, hate the government, love guns. That's the whole title. I already got it planned out. Yeah, I can copy and paste that shit right now. Thank you, Disco Cobra. I love you. Joe Blah, you're handsome, no homo. Will Toy be playing Dragon Dogma 2? Who? What the hell? Toy? Who the hell Toy is?
Will Toy be playing Dragon's Dogma 2?
Maybe it's Will you be playing
Maybe Dragon it's Dogma. You.
I didn't play any of the Dragon's Dogma.
That's objectification. If he thinks that, if he goes to type you and ends up typing Toy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's some deep
I think he's a
psychological issues there.
He's a what is the opposite of a misogynist?
A penisogynist.
A penisog. A massage my penises, please. That's what I hope he is. Thank you. Oh, look, as Mandy says, we tried to get Nick to join our Discord call, but he was so tossed. I don't think he remembered last night. And the guys on the call found another word I cannot say with my Texas accent. Ulysses.
So I wake up and I am in a Discord room, like not like physically, obviously, but I have these Discord notifications that are from something I don't recognize at all. And my first thing is like, what the fuck is this? Like, why am I in this random Discord group? I don't know what the hell happened. I wasn't on the call, I don't think. But man, it was weird. Holy shit.
Oops, why'd I mute myself? Oh yeah.
I was like, you fucking with me? Like, did I go deaf?
Am I fucking with you? No, you're fine. Mandy, I love you. Thank you so much. Trash Beerman says, good show last night, Drunkita. Also, I like giving you crap, Cam, but I do like the stash. As long as you don't go clean shaven, you're still a beersman. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we had the quartering on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
He was like, you need to shave the rest and just keep the stash. And I'm like, I feel like you're fucking me a little. Because then if
you don't want to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy intentionally is trying to fuck me is what is happening. Damn it, you, Jeremy. Anyways, thank you, Trad. Love you. Yeah,
you got to keep it ambiguous. That's why you keep like the shade of the beard there. It's like, might be gay, but I'm probably not.
Yeah,
but
you
maybe.
gotta keep the beard there. Yeah.
Because
all gay men know that chin hair that's rough itches the taint, so they know that I'm not doing that because they don't want their taints itched. Or tickled rather. So that can prove that I'm not gay right there. Fire PA says, Camelot, did you see the story of the guy who wore a butt plug into an MRI machine brings a new meaning to the word asplosion? Yes. The scan where it's just like in his middle of his body. Yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah, it's good. It's like you hope that's got to be fake. Like you hope it's fake, but it's probably true.
Yeah. It reminds me of a lot less detrimental, but I don't know. You met that one little girl, Nick, in Vegas. One of my old friends, you met her, little girl, with short hair.
Yeah.
It's one time we were hanging out, and she just walks in, and she got like a skirt on, and she's like, "Dude, check it out." And I'm like, "What?" And she just has a tail, and I'm like, "Oh, cool, you have a tail. That's cool. Like, is it a belt or something?" And she's like, "Ha, no." And I'm like, "Oh my god, just a damn butt plug tail thing, just coming out her asshole." And I'm like, "For one, how do you get it in there?" Because like I would be like so uncomfortable, like putting a bitch in there, but I guess chicks are into it.
I don't know. You'll have to try it.
I guess so. I had to put that bitch right in there.
No, it was either the first or second Matsuri I went to. I was in the Hilton bar. Matsuri was over for the day. And I was in the Hilton bar. And I looked down and I saw a tail like sitting off of the bar stool. And then I looked and I was like, oh, there's not like a band or a belt that's going up to. That's under the skirt. And yeah, she was just wearing that on the bar stool, I guess.
Dude, I'll never dude, this one time, I was just, giving the beans from behind and this girl had a plug in and it starts like coming out. And I was like, ah! So I start panicking and I'm like pushing it back in. No. I'm just like put it back in because I don't know what's going to happen.
He's a fucking Russian submarine officer and a leak is sprung. He's like, no.
No. Because you never know. It might just like it might splooge all over me like some chocolate. And I'm like, no, I don't know about that. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never messed with this shit before.
What if it shoots out at you like a champagne cork?
Yeah, then you just feed on it, bro. Billy Hatcher, South Park did an episode about teaching sex ed to kids in elementary school, and it got worse and worse until it got Mad Max style, and they realized it was a bad idea at the end. That's every South Park episode. Yeah. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. 200 watt. What's up, dude? Girls be wandering around with that Camelot 331 STD, and they don't even know it. One of the girls had a really bad STD for me, and now it's like 6 years old. It's wild.
Oh shit!
My cunt is itchy. Says, "Hey y'all, thanks for the amazing content and humor. Thank you, I love you." Magnum Norris, damn, these super chats are wild as hell. I can't even barely keep up, and I'm reading the hell out of them. Protecting your family with responsible firearm ownership is terrible, but grooming kids is okay. Clown world. That's how that works, man.
It's unreal. Also, the guns don't kill people, but a book can make you gay. Just for a second, can we address the problem with this argument? Guns require agency to act. Like you have to have someone act on the gun to make it do anything. It will just sit there forever. There are tons of guns that have just sat inert for decades, centuries even of time. They will never fire unless they're made to. A book is infused with an ideology and a purpose. And books have been persuasive factors throughout all of history because that agency is manifest into words that are delivered to someone else. So it's like, they don't even get the concept of the fucking argument. And it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's what books are actually made to do, is to change minds. Guns will just sit there forever.
And the thing is, to be fair to the people that blindly support it, most of the people saying, oh wow, they're banning books, and they just regurgitate that. They don't understand what the book is. They think it's like a random book about a story that has a gay character. No, and I've talked to people like this in the past. They're like, why would you be okay with banning books? I'm like, hey, do you know what the book is? And they're like, well, no, I haven't seen it. And I'm like, let me just pull it up real quick for you. And then I showed this complete normie the book, and they're like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's what people are against. And they're like, well, I didn't know that. And I'm like, yeah, because no one says that part.
The next day they subscribe to InfoWars.
Suddenly, I love Trump. Like, I can't believe it.
No, it's fucking crazy. It's also, it's like, you're for banning books. It's like, what are you talking about banning books? There are 99.9% of books are not in a school library.
Yeah.
Because there is a limited amount of space in a school library. There is a minimum or a maximum amount of literature that can fit into a physical space. And there's all of human history of book writing. And like you have this little sliver of it. It's like, but you got to put this one in, otherwise it's banning it. It's like, wait, there's infinity books we could put in here other than this one. And they're like, no, that's banning it. It's like, dude, it's not.
It's just insane to me. And it's ignorance. Like the people that are for it or against it, there's people on both sides that are just ignorant to the entire issue, and they're just saying whatever they're saying. And that's the issue, is no one will actually look into shit. So that's kind of where we're at now, is people just don't look into shit. Speaking of looking into shit, Samantha says, so the person who found the body and called the cops of the Arby's freezer was her son. So I don't know if you saw this video, Nick, I put out yesterday, but in an Arby's in Louisiana, this son, this guy, he worked at Arby's.
Yeah, there was a corpse in the fucking freezer or whatever.
Goes into the freezer lockup, opens the door, and there's just a frozen lady in there. Turns out it was his mom. And they're saying there's no foul play, and apparently the lock was broke, that the hatch was broke that reopens it.
Sure.
So yeah, the video didn't do shit because, you know, I'm demonetized as hell, but it was a really spicy video. But so everybody in the chat, make sure you go like let that bitch play and like it and comment on it, you bitches. Yeah, dude, it was wild as hell. It's wild as hell. She just got locked in there, and apparently the corporate office actually came and looked at it a year prior, the broken hatch, and was like, yeah, that's broken, we'll send out somebody to fix it. And they never did.
So how long was she in there?
I guess all night.
Oh, okay. Just one night. Here I am thinking they found like some old ass corpse. It's like
that would be wild.
It's like behind like the 3-month-old roast beef that they're gonna bring out later. Like, oh well, you know, we ran out of the good roast beef. Let's just hope no one gets salmonella from this shit. That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn.
Dude, could you imagine? Gotta be wild. Finding a damn mummy in the freezer.
You know how much it would suck to die in an Arby's freezer?
Yeah, that would be the worst. God,
a fucking Arby's. I'm cold. And I'm gonna die in a fucking Arby's freezer. Like,
yeah, that would be the top. It was like Arby's freezer, beaches of Normandy. Like that's like your top two. Right? So like, but Arby's would easily be number one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul Blunt. Love you. Beans from the back, son. His wicked virtue. Woke Daphne cosplay win. Dude, I'm gonna do it. I was gonna do it for Anna, but apparently she's not going to anything this year. So I guess I'm just not gonna see Anna's goofy ass. But yeah, your show earlier, Wicked Virtue, was great, by the way, with Anna. Thank you. Grifty says last night's stream was goated. Rackets giving no F's. Camelot talking about buttholes all night. YouTube girl. Thank you. That's pretty much how the Friday shows eventually always go. And Mandy, Nick's shirt's more crooked than Dylan.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't care.
You look great. I don't see the problem.
These collars, man. These collars. I need to you need to iron them, but that takes time and effort. And I was not gonna do that for a summer button-down shirt. No,
I don't do shit. Dude, I wear the thing that smells the least terrible. That's what I do. You know? So I'm like, oh, smell it? Oh, it's great. Fine. I'll just wear this right now. Doesn't bother me at all. So that's generally how I do things. But speaking of doing shit, what do you think? Now, I already know what you think because we've talked about this so many damn times. What do you think about these big old ham galaxy ass bitches saying they should get free plane tickets because their asses are like 18 feet wide and they can't fit on planes anymore?
You know, like, I don't know if people realize that if you tip this woman onto her side, she is taller than me.
Yes. Look at that ass.
It's monstrous. It is monumentally huge. And it's like, they can't give you enough tickets. That's why That's why they don't give you free tickets. They can't give you enough. There are not enough tickets available.
Yeah. And what I was saying is like people don't understand, when they're trying to like give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Oh, maybe they have a glandular issue or a thyroid problem. You would have to eat literally like a 20,000 calorie diet to just maintain being like 600 pounds. And
dude, when the spaghetti strap hitting your shoulder makes Mount Kilimanjaro.
Look at it.
Look at that boss. Arnold is jealous. That definition, dude, holy fucking hell.
It's like when you wrap up a ham. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah, you truss a fucking ham.
You would have to eat from the moment you wake up and like just be like putting stuff in your mouth until the moment you go to sleep just to keep that diet going.
They don't realize it. They legitimately don't, because they look down and they see 3 empty pizza boxes and they don't realize that was just breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else I was gonna do. It was like not eat all of it.
Yeah. Have you seen that Dr. Phil episode where there's this sister and she's really thin and she's defending her like fat at like 400-pound sister, and she's like, she actually doesn't eat that much. All she eats is fruits and vegetables. And they're like, oh really? And Dr. Phil's like, well, we followed her around for a week and we documented her diet, and she ate like 3 large pizzas before noon, dude. Before noon.
You have to eat like it. Everybody's in denial about the reality of calories, but it's like the math isn't that hard. And like diets have all sorts of nuanced purposes. I get it. But the basic formula of calories in versus calories burned is real.
Yeah.
And it's something crazy. It's like I think it's every 3,500 excess calories is a pound.
Yeah.
And so if you eat 500 calories over your output per day for a week, you will gain a pound. There you go. And that's the same formula going the opposite way. You need a 500 calorie deficit once, per day for a week to lose a pound reliably per week. And they all just pretend that it doesn't exist. It's like, no, it's just got to be something genetic. Like there's nothing genetic that can accumulate mass within you. You have to eat it.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, people will say, oh, well, that may be the case, but I have a thyroid issue. And I'm like, that makes it harder, not impossible. The energy in, energy out still applies to your ass, right? And it's it's
hard for everybody. It's hard for everybody. Everybody's got it tough. Everybody's got the same. Like, it's amazing how many unique problems all sound the exact fucking same.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, I know that, but my case is special. It's like, yeah, you and the next 400 fat people all have the same special case.
Yeah, and then also these conditions apparently didn't exist before 1994 for some reason. Yeah, you go to a beach in 1970 and everybody's got abs and shit. And like now you go to a beach. Man, I went to a beach like a year ago, and I don't even want to go back. But I went to a beach a year ago, and dude, it was like land whales everywhere. And I'm thinking to myself, every one of these people on this beach right now could have joined the Barnes and Bailey's, whatever the hell it's called, circus back in 1920s, being the fattest person in the world. All of them could have applied and got that shit.
Do you remember when Homer looks at the scale in The Simpsons? This is in the 90s. He steps on the scale and he goes, 239 pounds? I'm a whale. From now on, exercise every morning. Homer is comically obese at 239.
Yeah.
That's how far we have fallen. Now, for someone to be comically obese, they have to be somewhere between 400 and 700 pounds. And then after that, we're supposed to pity them and give them free plane tickets or whatever.
Yeah, because their asses don't fit in one seat. Nah, dude. And I'll never forget this shit. I think I was flying home from Vegas or some shit. And I was alone, all by my lonesome, tired as hell, hungover. I get on my plane, I start walking back, because I always get on last, because I don't feel like standing in line for 30 minutes, like on the zoning. So I just wait until it's like last call. I'm like, all right, cool. And I walk on, and I'm walking through the sea of people all awkwardly. And I look at 25B, and I'm like, oh, and it's in the middle, of course, And I look, and it's 2 fucking 300-pound like dudes. And I'm like, oh. So I have to squeeze in there, and their floopies are like laying on my shoulders and my elbows, and I immediately start to sweat because they're so hot and they're warm and moist, and both of them are like doing that weird wheezing thing. And
yeah, this one, the like death rattle, the permanent death rattle.
Yeah. 5 hours on that flight. And dude, my arms were like my elbows, which were under their rolls and their crevices and shit, was dripping
just sweat and filth.
Oh,
God, it's awful.
God. And I'm like,
they're little thermonuclear reactors right next to you. It's just like, God, just lose the weight, please.
You can cut them bitches open out in the damn on Hoth and get inside of them and live all night if you wanted to.
And you wonder, it's like you burn this hot all the fucking time. You are sweating constantly. How are you not thinner?
Yeah.
How are you not just shedding pounds?
You're burning so many calories right now, but it's because, and you know what? Great point. I was watching Fish Tank last night because I watch it every day. And Airsoft Fatty's in there, Chris, and he's talking to one of the people. Like, I think her name's Letty. He's just talking to her casually, blah, 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 standing in the kitchen. And she's like sitting there trying to talk to him about something serious. And he's also talking about something serious, but he's just doing this the whole time. Just like has a big thing in his hand and he's just eating it. And he's walking around the house just doing this. And he's like, always has something. He's just eating eating ice cream and shit. And I'm like, no matter what I do, I just can't lose weight. I must have a thyroid issue. And I'm like, bro, no, just put the damn Twix down. It doesn't matter if it's the left side or right side Twix. All right, they're both terrible for you.
Behind every fat woman is a trail of fucking crumbs and like those foil bags from chips or whatever it is, cookies, anything you can shove into one of those little foil bags. Like those things are just littered behind them, and they're all wondering. They're like, "Well, I only eat 1 meal a day." It's like you eat 3 meals a minute.
Yeah,
and it's sitting there shoving those circus animal crackers in your mouth.
Yeah, why is there 7 bags of Doritos empty in your trash can? Oh, that was just a snack. And I'm like, yeah, that snack is why you're 400 pounds, bro. Like, and I used to think the same shit, Nick. I gotta be honest. Like, I was that guy.
Yeah.
When I was 24 years old, I lost a bunch of weight when I was 17 because I just stopped eating and I stopped drinking soda. But I gained it back when I got married immediately. And I was like 245 or 50 pounds. And I was like, apparently this is my genetics. There's nothing I can do. And I started losing hope. And then one day I went to the gym and started going real hard. And I was like, I guess I'll eat right because I'm going to the gym and it's hard. And I just ate right. And I don't know why I did it. I don't know what the hell came over me. I did it for 6 months. And then I just looked in the mirror one day. I got out of bed, walked to the mirror, was brushing my teeth, and I looked, and I had like veiny abs. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like called my wife. I'm like, come in here. Look at this. I'm like, look, I have fucking abs. And she's like, yeah, you've had them for like 2 months. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and
why didn't you tell me?
Ever since then, I knew. Like, I'm like, oh, well, if I can do this, anybody can do this. But then I'll have friends that are like, man, I really want to lose weight. And I'm like, well, here's what you do. And then they'll do it. And then, I'll see them like 2 weeks later, and they're supposed to be on this hardcore diet because, they're big people. And I'll see them 2 weeks later, and they're just double fisting pizza slices. And I'm like, yeah. It's like Boogie. Like when I saw Boogie I was at the Southeast Game Exchange, and Boogie I watched a video from his like the prior week, and he's on this really strict diet, right? Boogie walks into our little panel room because he came after I had a panel, and then Boogie had a panel, and he had like 3 pieces of pizza just in his hand, and he was just like stacking them and just killing them. And I was like, damn.
They don't even realize, like, they're so ingrained, or like they're so like engrossed in fatness. Like, and I'm not trying to be rude about it. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not making a disgusting point here. I'm like, they're just encultured in this lifestyle that they don't realize that having 3 pieces of pizza in your hand at the same time is too much. Like, that's fucking weird. That's not what normal people are doing. Normal people grab the 1 piece of pizza, they eat it. They might eat 2 pieces of pizza. And if you're consistently killing an entire pizza by yourself, you might just be a fat.
You got a problem. Yeah. And dude, I remember doing that shit back in the day. I would go get a Little Caesars pizza and I'd smash that bitch and play World of Warcraft. And now I'll, if friends order a pizza, we're drinking. Like my buddy Rob was over last week and we were just eating pizza. We were drinking and stuff. And we ordered some pizza. I ate 2 slices of that bitch. And then I just started playing some Mario Party and just was drinking. But back in the day, I'd eat like the whole fucking thing, and that's all I would think about was that pizza. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna smash the hell out of that. So It's just about having some damn self-control. And I know it's easier said than done for some people, especially when it's like a habit that's ingrained in your ass.
That's the thing. See, it's the habit. Like I worked with this fat girl for a long time, and she was it dawned on me why she was fat one time. And I told her, this is why you're fat. Because I said, you know, I always went to lunch early, and I would go to lunch, and my lunch was, I would walk about a mile through the Skyway system. And on my way back, I'd either go to like Barnes and Noble and read for a few minutes, or I'd go to the electronics store or whatever. But on my way back, I would grab lunch, and then I'd eat it at my desk, because why waste a good lunch hour eating lunch? Yeah. You could do that at work. So I said, okay, I'm going. And she's like, well, I guess when you get back, I'll go to lunch, and then I'll eat my lunch. And I was like, well, you don't have to eat. And she's like, no, yeah, I do, because it's lunchtime. I was like, no, if you're, and she's like, I'm not even hungry, but you know, it's lunchtime, so you got to eat. I'm like, no, you don't. You literally do not have to put food into your gullet. And it's just like it was like explaining physics to a child. Like this idea that you don't have to pick up a fork and shove food in your mouth. And I wish I was joking, but this person legitimately was like, no, it's lunchtime. You have to eat lunch at lunchtime. You have to do it. You just not eat lunch one day. It'll be okay. You'll live.
Yeah. And it reminds me of a situation where when I worked at GameStop, we had a bank across the street, and it was like the closest one I ever had. It was great. And I remember driving over there, and there was this new girl that had just started working there, this cute little Latina girl. And she drove a little Pikachu. She had a Dodge Neon and had a Pikachu.
I love whenever Camelot remembers someone he thinks is hot, he's like, yeah. You just see it, like a little glimmer of sperm in his eye.
I remember, dude. And I went out, and she was a new teller at the bank, right? And keep in mind, I worked at the store for like 5 years. And she starts working there, and I see her, and she's slick looking. And I'm like, oh, damn. So I'm like excited, you know. And yeah, look, I'm married at the time, but I still like, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to see the cute girl at the bank, you know. So I go into the bank, and I tell you what, dude, like a year or two passed, and you know how bank tellers are. Every one of them were fat except for the new girl. And about 2 years later, I noticed, I went in there, and that girl was like 250 pounds.
Yep.
Because she had been, and you'll see candy wrappers like surrounding their desk.
Yeah. And they just sit there all day, chewing on stuff.
Rest in peace.
I get it. Being a bank teller is boring. I was one. I was a bank teller for a while, and you know, you got to occupy yourself. Instead of eating, though, you could go do work. Like you could organize files. That's what I had to do when I was a bank teller, and we didn't have because I worked the drive up line, right? And they would have me they had physical certificates of deposit, because I guess they didn't have everything electronically recorded yet. That would be my job later, was actually converting all those fucking physical documents to images. Yeah. But I had to sit there and go through all the certificates of deposit, the physical ones, and find the ones that were like matured, find the ones that were in the wrong fucking alphabetical order, all that shit. It's like, instead of eating, do something.
Yeah, that's what I did when I was at GameStop. I would just walk around doing shit, and I'd tend to customers. And every now and then I had this like guilty pleasure where and I was really weirdly schedule based. I had the same diet every day. And at like, I think it was like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. I can't remember when. We had these, what are those things? Hot tamales.
Yeah.
Those little bitty candies. And we got them in for some game pre-order bonus, and we never gave them out. And one pack was just 2 of them. 2 little tiny hot tamales, and I'd crack open one, and I'd put one in my mouth and suck on it for like 10 minutes. Then I'd put the next one in, suck on it. And that was my guilty pleasure for like 8 months. And I would do it once a day at like 2 p.m. Yes. And I had this strict diet, and that was when I had like shredded abs. And but it was my guilty pleasure instead of just eating all day, you know, and which I used to do at GameStop, because we had a Dollar Tree next door, and I'd get a giant extra large family size bag of barbecue chips and eat them throughout the entire shift every day. I eat a bag of chips a day, and it was like this big. No wonder I was fat as fuck back then.
Dude, when I did chef training as like a vocational thing in high school, and they had this beautiful convenience store at the Votech. So they would pick us up at the high school, take us to the community college for the class, right? And your high school doesn't have good stuff, but you get to the community college and they have their own convenience store in there for all the students. And so I would get one of those big fucking like 4-ounce Hershey bars and a quart of milk.
Yeah.
And that was my breakfast every morning. And Chef's just looking at me like, God, I hate you. You're disgusting. But it was good though.
Yeah, dude. And the wildest thing to me. Let me hit this real quick before I say the wildest freaking thing to me, because it's very important. Disco Cobra! Oh my God! Who? My boy 70 from freaking Naked Snake already said, just to continue on my last super, it'd be cool to get another artist and some podcasts. Don't see too many unless it's music related channels. On the subject of fatness, though, I have a bad habit of eating unhealthily. Still working on that, dude. And as long as you're working towards that shit, you know, that's the good thing. Is just try your best not to break down and make a new like habitual thing. So my habitual thing is going to the gym. And if I don't go to the gym, I feel really uncomfortable. I'm like pissed. I'm in a bad mood. And that's like my new habitual thing. So try to make one of those things your new habitual thing. And by the way, I emailed Devin Townsend because I love Devin Townsend, but I doubt I'll ever come on. But I emailed him. So that's another artist for you, Disco Cobra. And I love you and I appreciate you. So what the most important thing to me is the fact that, you know, we're men, right? Within
marginally.
Within reason. Like
I'm wearing a pink shirt, so I'm not sure.
That's true. And I'm wearing a shirt with a kitty on it. But within reason, you know, we can be 220, 230, and we can kind of serve our purpose. We can take care of our family, and women will still be attracted to us because it's not all about a physical attraction for women. It's more about financial security, social stability, and all that shit, right? But for women, like how it's so important for a woman to be physically like in some realm in shape, but they have a higher overweight or obese rate than men. And I don't see how that's fucking possible. Like it is more important for you to be in shape, to be, you know, flourish in life. It's wild to me, man.
Yeah, because so much, and it's acknowledging that it's not super fair. But so much of women's value is placed immediately upon seeing them by men. Like I said, I'm not speaking to that being like particularly just or fair. It doesn't matter. But if you know that that's the reality, stop eating.
Right. And that's what has spawned this entire movement of, well, let's just make it normal and okay and somehow sexy, which goes against biology, obviously, to be just morbidly obese as a woman. And I'm like, that's never going to work. Like, I don't care what you try to show me in history. Oh, look, that statue in Greece, when she's bent over and has a few rolls. Yeah, she's not 400 pounds. She's like 131.
Yeah.
That's the difference is our biology is ingrained. When we see a woman or a man, because I hired a lot of people back when I was, managing stores. When you see someone of that weight, you know immediately their personality traits. They're going to be lazy. They don't take a lot of things serious, and they can't follow through with certain things. That's going to be obvious. And every person I've ever met at that weight has those same attributes. They take shortcuts. They're kind of greedy, and they always try to self-serve themselves. And that when you biologically, you don't want to be with that person and reproduce with that person, which is kind of the whole reason we exist, right? Like, and it's subconscious. It's not conscious. It's subconscious. So
what they also overlook, they never look at the name of that statue.
What's the
Greek
name?
statue? The name of the Greek statue is Going Into My Cut Week. She's got a few rolls and she's getting rid of them.
Yeah, dude. And what is all the statues of dudes in ancient Greece? Oh yeah, they're all shredded. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is how it is. And like, obviously, I'm generally speaking, not 100% of people that are like grossly overweight, like obese, are shitty people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, usually, if you don't have self-control in certain avenues of your life, you will usually take shortcuts and not complete your job thoroughly. And that's what I used to think as a hiring manager. If I saw somebody that could barely walk, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to hire that guy because he's not gonna, fulfill his obligations to this company. And because we got to move a lot when I was there, it ain't just sitting behind the counter, leaning on the counter. We were fucking going to the back, going to the front, doing bops, doing shipment, doing marketing all day, every day. Wasn't just standing there. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna work,
The other thing people like, study after study has shown that we make value judgments instantly about people, and that those value judgments are very, very sticky.
Yeah.
They did this really, it was a really interesting study where they brought in parents and they had them watch teachers. I don't remember. I'm going to bastardize how this study was executed, but I'll do my best. They had them watch teachers for periods of time. And so they took a lot of parents and had them look at all these different teachers and then make value judgments on who is a better teacher. And the interesting thing they found is no matter what, they all made that decision in the first 10 seconds. Like, they didn't see the person even teach, maybe not even put a stroke on a chalkboard or say a word, and they had determined who was a good teacher right away, because our brains are really good at picking out certain characteristics and identifying what we think will be successful. And that those evaluations were sticky, so that when they determined someone was good, they would consistently see them as good, even if their performance didn't match up to it. And the people who they immediately perceived as less they'd have to overcome monumental amounts of bias and prejudice that is built into that first 10-second encounter. They say, you never get a chance to make, or a second chance to make a first impression. It's really true. And we make those judgments based on, millions of years of evolution or whatever. And we've been evolutionarily told to avoid fat people. That's what I'm trying to get to here. Yeah. And you can't just undo it with a social movement. It's not going to work.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's a great point, because let's just take weight out of it. I've had people that I was interviewing in the past, and I would, just from their personality and their demeanor and their aura, as crazy as that sounds, I would talk to them for 3 minutes and determine immediately, I'm like, I don't trust this person. There's something fucking off about this. And it's something that I can't explain, but it's there. And that's much easier when somebody's that weight, because it even gives you more to work with subconsciously. Keep in mind, it's almost always subconscious. It's not, you don't see somebody 450 pounds like, but they're lazy. No, you just don't. It's subconscious. It's there without you thinking.
And then you perceive, and when you get confirmation bias, is what I'm trying to say. So that when you see something that you perceive as lazy, you focus in on that thing. I knew they were going to do that. Like, you don't know why that you focus in on all of those negative perceptions that you had, because it's not a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it's you identifying the things that you subconsciously expect.
Right. Exactly. Let me catch up on a few of these bitches real quick so they don't yell at me.
Of course.
It's just like my grandmother told me when I was a child, you can get more with a smile and a gun than you can get with just a smile. Hell yeah, dude. Alan Reese says, why does Wicked Virtue Melanie Mac look alike and get younger every stream? I know that Star Wars girl is only 9. She's mentioned a few times. Yeah, Melanie Mac, it looks amazing for her age. She looks like she's 22. I don't fucking get that's weird. It's like she sold her soul to the devil or something, which is weird because she's like a really devout Christian.
She works, dude, like I simped for Melanie Mac on Simpcast one time. She wasn't even there, and they brought her up. If you just follow her Instagram or whatever, she works so goddamn hard. Constantly in the gym, constantly watching her diet. Now she does like the carnivore diet or whatever, but I mean, she's on her diet like fucking crazy. She's on the gym like crazy. She's got self accountability because she's taking those progress pictures, and the whole world can criticize her at any point.
Yep.
And it's all right there. If you need accountability, it's out there.
And that's a great point, because I train a lot of girls that are like 30, 31, and they look great. Now, that being said, when I shave, and I shave really nicely, I fix my hair nice, I get a good cut, I look late 20s, early 30s, which is what I should look like. And I work out every day. There are people that I grew up with that are from high school. I'll see a picture scroll by Facebook, and they're like, 280 pounds, bald, and they look like they're 61.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, damn, life came at you real fucking hard.
And that's because they just sit there and eat pizza rolls every day and drink. You
Mhm.
know, and that's all it takes. It's all it takes, man. Like, it don't take a lot. And that's when you see people, man, I can't believe they look so young. You'll always notice that they're always in shape too, right?
Yeah.
You know, the only reason that somebody doesn't look extremely old when they're fat is because their face is stretched beyond limits the damn wrinkles can handle.
Clive Barker's over here just
Yeah,
stretching
like
that damn Hellraiser skin.
Yeah, and dude, I've seen big people that are like 35, and I'm like, huh, they're like face don't have any wrinkles on it, and then they lose like 100 pounds, and they look so old. I'm like, ooh, what the fuck? You know, because they stretch that elasticity out to the max. Jay's gaping butthole says, shout out Nick, kid free Saturday. I made my wife go toy shopping. Was a great evening, and I'm suing you for lols. See y'all at Mozzarella. Hell yeah, dude, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Man, Trez says, if I have to pat $20 per kg over the weight limit for luggage, she should pay 6 times. That's what I said that shit years ago. I'm like, my luggage is 1 pound over and I have to pay extra or freaking check it. And this bitch is like 800 pounds over and she ain't got to do nothing. No, fuck off. That's bullshit. Thank you, Mintrex. Wolf's Pain. Remember that Family Guy joke where Brian tells Peter that he has his own orbit? Yeah, and then he throws shit at it and it fucking goes. Yeah, it's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful. Look at this one. I love the picture. My mom has a thyroid issue, takes meds, diets, and works out, and she looks great for her mid-50s. There is no excuse. I agree with that shit. All day, every day. I've trained girls that had thyroid issues, and they told me they could never lose weight, and I stayed on their diet like a freaking hawk, and they got down to like 104. Like they can get they didn't do anything special. They just did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ryan, the editor, my boy. I've been generally watching how much I eat and go to gym. Weighed myself recently. I'm down 10 pounds. Not much. Got to start somewhere. That's a huge feat. Congratulations.
It is. It's a huge thing. And this is where so many people, I was thinking about this while you were telling your story earlier, where you looked in the mirror 6 months later or whatever, and, or 6 weeks. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. But so many people get discouraged because they don't get a result like 3 days in. Like, well, yeah. I've been trying real hard for like 3 days. It's like, dude, you spent your entire life building this up. It's going to take a little bit to unwind it. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but you gotta keep sticking with it, man. And dude, do not, Ryan, do not shirk don't downplay your weight loss, man. Keep going.
Will Spain says, I'm surprised these women haven't collapsed the whole damn planet yet. I'm sorry I didn't read all of Will Spain. I love you. But yeah, so that's the thing, man, is people get discouraged because they'll lose their water weight in like the first 2 weeks. And they're like, holy shit, I'm doing it. And then the next 2 months, they don't lose a fucking pound. And that's because you're going through that, your body's changing. And then the third month, you lose 40. So you're going to go through that shit. The first couple months are weird. But once you get it down, your body has to change because it's gonna be holding on to freaking everything you eat like a damn bad habit because it's like, oh shit, I'm not getting the food. I need the food. So that's gonna be a thing. Another reason why you should never get married, Jessica. Man, she's so smart, dude. She is the perfect candidate to dump some loads. Bad Dragon out. The Adventures of Redneck Freddie Mercury and Lumberjack Rackets.
Hell yeah.
Yes, that's who I am. Mandy says, do you have any advice to quit smoking? I imagine it's just as difficult, if not more so, than losing weight by starving yourself. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Mandy, here's how you quit smoking. You just stop doing it. Have you tried that?
There you
go. Have you tried just not putting a cigarette in your mouth for 2 seconds?
Easy.
Like just don't smoke. Oh my God.
It's that easy.
How is this hard? How is this even hard?
Jesus, Mandy. By the way, like the stream, boys, we're almost to the like goal. And real quick, we got a pink boy popping up by a person I haven't seen in a long while, and that is Marcel Defoir. Hot diggity damn, my boy is here. Thank you so much. He says, beginning of COVID, when I decided I hated the fat life, I weighed 300 pounds. And I worked hard. When I lost the first 50, I went to sports and saw that I weighed in bowling balls. Now I'm at 195. Holy shit. That is awesome. That's what I weigh. Congratulations, Marcel. You're goated as hell. And that just goes to show it can be done, dude. It can be done. Marcel's goated as hell. Thank you so much for your pink boy. We're one red boy from a rainbow night. And
oh my goodness.
I can't do math. It's like 450 till Fight Milk, and I haven't done Fight Milk in like a week and a half, boys. Thank you, Marcel. I love you. Thank you so much. You goated as hell.
I don't know if I can do Fight Milk.
Oh, you don't ain't gotta do it. You've done it 100 times already. You've done it more than any other guest possible.
You just said Fight Milk, and I went, oh.
There's a Johnny Melancholy says there's a skinny guy that does eating challenges, 24-hour eating challenges. He did a 600-pound life diet and gained 30 pounds a day. What the fuck? That's like a lot of fluid, is what that is. Shadow Golf says, thank you for motivating to stop overeating. For the past 3 months, I've cut down eating. I walk every day, I cut back on sodas, and now after 3 months, I'm slimming down. Thanks, fellas. Get on it, doggone it, and quit soda completely, because that
Get rid of it.
It's just the devil, man.
It's nasty. Diet soda isn't any better either.
Nope. Just get that shit out your guts right now. The Buzz, great Nick audience meltdown on Friday's chill stream. He earned his place on the pedestal next to Ferran and Tim Pool. Still love you guys. Thank you, Buzz.
I do that like every couple months. It's cyclical.
You gotta have it.
That's my menstrual cycle. Leave me alone. I'm a beautiful woman.
There's nothing.
I need a free plane ticket.
There's my ass is too fucking wide. Brandon says the movie Bob tweet where he calls a 4-burger combo a small meal for the average guy perfectly explains the fat mentality. Yeah, dude, I don't get it, but I kind of get it, because like I can put down some food, man. I can put down some food. But I'm also very mindful. Dude, my boy Rob was over at my house last week, and he bought some, what are those things? Those Debbie cakes that are like black, they're like black or brown, and they're like spinny, and they're like
Susie cute. No, ho-hos.
Maybe they might be ho-hos. I don't know.
There's ho-hos, and then there's the ones that are also ho-hos, but they're called something else because they're from the other brand or whatever.
They have the white like cream, like you can see the ends of it.
Swiss cake rolls.
Swiss cake rolls. That's what they are.
Thank you to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and he put them. Dude, zebra cakes are so fun.
He says, I'm fat. Trust.
He knows it is.
He's like, he perked up immediately. Like, what? Hostess, little Debbie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know.
This is my field of. I've been training my whole life for this.
This is my moment. Yeah. He's been training his whole life for that one person to ask, what are these things on stream that are little Debbie? But my boy Rob put them in the freezer. And they're in the freezer, and he ate like one probably, and I haven't eaten any yet. And I opened the freezer because I'm like, dude, it was like 3 a.m. I've been drinking, and I was like, man, I need some Halo Top, which is like protein ice cream. It's real good, but it has very low carbs, low sugar, high protein. And I'll eat like 3 bites and put it back. And I opened that bitch, and I saw 2 of them frozen ass Swiss rolls, and I was like, oh, but I didn't touch them. I didn't touch them. They're still sitting down there. I got my.
Please say bro again, just like that.
Bro.
That was the gayest you have ever sounded. Like, you've sounded pretty fucking gay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. No, and I was just like, dude, I told you about my maid staying with me, and she's got a daughter. I just
that was like a San Franciscan rolling up on an ass buffet, bro.
Look at all those! Holy shit!
Jesus Christ,
dude! I've just been feeding them to her though. The daughter will eat anything. I'm like, you want some frozen Swiss rolls? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you take it, you take those. Get them out of my freezer. Yeah, she's like a little trash can. She's a tiny little girl, like a stick. And I was like, yeah, eat all these Swiss rolls, bitch. Yeah.
The chat. I love. You got to wait like 20 seconds for something funny that I see to hit the chat because of the delay. I just everybody bro. I'm dying.
Alan Reese says, Nick, did Chrissy Mayer get legal support with her airport incident while a black lady was showing her hairy parts? No problem. Great show, guys. Oh my God. What? I can't believe that was everywhere. That news story where she had to change her freaking pants to go on a damn flight with that other girl.
That was crazy. Yeah. And then some people are like, well, the one girl has an OnlyFans. It's like, yeah, but she's not working right now.
She's not getting paid for this shit. That sounded kind of like Bobcat Goldthwait, by the way. Oh, she ain't working right now.
Dude, I saw him live once. He was fucking fantastic.
Dude, I love that sumbitch. I love him. His voice just reminds me of 80s, and I don't know why. He was
because you just think of Police Academy too.
Yeah. I was watching a random ass cartoon. I think it was a regular show, and it was like this episode where they had all the guys decided to be stuntmen to impress some little kid, and they go meet the stuntman guy, and it's like, okay, we're going to meet the teacher, and they stand in front of the teacher, and he comes out and he's like, so you guys want to be? And I'm like, oh shit, it's Bobcat Goldthwait. Immediately, I'm like, yeah. Thank God. Johan Noxo says, I'm a horrendous fat, yet you still talk to me. I'm working on it. Thank you. Tonight, Johan, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Dude, you can get there. If you're a fat, we love you. Just take the fat right off. You can take it off just like a shirt. It just takes a couple months.
People may not catch this distinction with me, but there's two. You can be fat or you can be fat, right? Like fatness is actually a state of mind, legitimately a state of mind. And like, it doesn't matter where you are right now, where your body looks like, whatever. You can either be a fat who will be fat forever, or who will get, like, you can be skinny and have a fat state of mind. You will get fat. Promise. It works every time. Or you cannot have that. And that's the thing. People are like, you make fun of fat people. It's like, well, yeah, but I don't make fun of fat people who want to be better. I make fun of fat people who will be fat forever. And they want to make the rest of society think that it's okay.
Yes, that was my subtweet. Because I said the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to come out and say it. Fuck the fats. And then I was like, a subtweet was like, look, I'm not talking about all fats. I'm talking about the ones that want society to adhere to their path. And it's like, that's not how that works. Society doesn't adhere to what is out of the norm for you. They adhere to the norm. And then, of course, Wings of Redemption commented on it. And he was like, bruh, I love fat bitches. And I'm like, oh, of course you do, fucking Wings. So I was like, well, of course Wings loves fat bitches. He was like, yeah, something about them. I love them big bitches. I'm like, I bet you do, Wings.
Wings... Are you going to find a skinny girl? Like, and I don't mean like you lift up a roll and you found out her desiccated corpse sitting there from.
No, it's legitimately dangerous because you do missionary, she dies. That's like, it's terrifying. Thank you, Jenny, by the way, for your super sticker.
Yeah, because he'd have to lift up to find the. Never mind.
Yeah. Magician Sapphire says, do y'all think fat acceptance movement is a response to the anorexia and bulimia scare from the late 90s and 2000s? No,
the fat acceptance movement is really, really simple. It's harder to make yourself better than it is to make society accept you the way you are. That's a much easier thing, because if society accepts you, great. If society never accepts you the way you are, then they're evil, and it's too bad because they should. So you just create the morality that justifies your sedentary lifestyle. And that's way easier than just going to the fucking gym.
Yeah. I mean, you put in zero work. You just have to, everybody else has to adhere to your feelings now. Instead of being like, damn, you fat as hell. You know what I'm saying? Which is what your friends will tell you. Right. So if I went somewhere right now and I was like, and a couple of my friends from high school or a couple of my friends I knew growing up were there, and I walked my happy ass in and I was 300 pounds. First thing they'd say is like, God damn, you got fat. You right? But if you're a girl, they'll be like, oh my God, Jessica, you're so beautiful right now. Wow, you've never been this beautiful in your life. And it's because they're keeping you there. They want to keep you there. Because they don't want to.
And they'll pick like the one feature that you actually are secure about. They're like, that your left cheekbone is really terrific. Like,
oh,
girl, in this dress, it's just great.
Every single person in the chat, if you're a guy, remember this. If one of your female friends says, I have a friend to hook you up with, and you're like, oh, are they hot? And she says, oh yeah, she's real pretty. Yeah, immediately that she fat as hell. That's just how that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've had that. I remember one girl I knew I hooked up with. She's like, oh, I have a friend you should meet. You'll really like her. And I'm like, oh, she hot? And she's like, oh, she's pretty. We get to this place, it's like 300 pounds, and I'm shredded. And I'm like, why did you think this was gonna happen?
She's pretty fucking big. That's what she.
I forgot to finish the sentence. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say is she's pretty fucking huge, bro. But you seem
she's pretty much an orca.
Oh my! Just straight up ham planet. Samantha says, "You helped me a lot, and I'm still losing weight. Thyroids make it harder, but not impossible. Love you. Good on you." Samantha's the one that she's on her journey, and she's going hard every damn day, and I'm glad to see it.
Get it, girl.
Jay's Game Butthole says, "Wife has to have hip replacement. Several opinions. Is it congenital? Is it a congenital thing and it's brutal, but she's the best mom ever? Quit smoking. To quit smoking, is there an option? Is that what we're saying? Wife
has to have a hip replacement. Several opinions. It's a congenital thing and it's brutal, but she's the best mom ever. Quit smoking. Those are distinct things. I think that last part is just a directive to people. Quit smoking.
Oh, just quit smoking.
Yeah. Quit smoking.
Yeah. Just fucking quit smoking, bro. Speaking of smoking, Patrick Power. Woo, my boy. He's back. His penis is large. I saw Attorney Tom in the chat. Says, read my pink boy, you beach. Love you, Cody. This guest is much better than the anime crap you had on Wednesday. What?
Get wrecked, Pippa, you fucking bunny. Nobody even likes you. You're not even real.
Shit. You're just
someone's fever dream made manifest on the internet. Sorry.
In my town? Oh, Patrick, dude, I'm down. What's up? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Lorna Shore in October.
Who the fuck is Lorna Shore?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard that before. I've heard the name before. But no, dude, Pippa was great. Patrick, come on now. Pippa's one of the only VTubers I can.
Nope. Pippa's trash. Pippa's garbage. Hater. It's fucking rabbit season forever, bitch. Daffy Duck was right. Elmer Fudd was right.
Damn, son. Pippa's getting wrecked. Memorial Weekend 3-5 milk. Appreciate you, Jay's Game Butthole. Love you. Mandy says, Wings did have a girl. I heard her name was Wendy. Wendy's chili, boys. We're going to talk about that on the show with Wings. Betty's Nugs with her first super chat ever says, I've been going to the gym for over 2 months. Haven't lost much weight, but I have noticed a change in my physique. Happy with the changes I'm seeing. Just keep going. Don't even, for the first 6 months, I wouldn't even look at that damn scale. I'd step on it once at the beginning and then don't weigh yourself for 6 months. That's what I do.
You're, if you are going to a gym, now there's a difference. If you are stopping eating, if you're changing just your diet, you can start looking at a scale or whatever and tracking your progress that way. But if you are going to a gym, you're converting fat to muscle, and that muscle will end up weighing more than fat, but it won't matter because you'll look better.
Yeah. Girl I'm training right now, she was 113 when I started training her, and she looked great. You know, she's a hot girl. So, you know, good genes. Started training her. She weighs 131 now. That was probably about a year ago. And she looks way better. She is stacked. Like, she has really nice shoulders. She has chest separation, and her ass is like kickback central. It is like 2 freaking bowling balls. They look great, and they're hard as a rock. You can slap it, and it's freaking rockly. So yeah, and she weighs 20, almost 20 pounds more than she did. So don't pay attention to weight, especially if you're getting a couple years into your working out. Don't even look at it, because to be honest, it's not a good indication of how your fitness level. Psycho Cruiser 69. Hey, Camelot. So when did you pick up Arnold's maid? Surprised that you can live with that. She's not Latina, all right? She's Middle Eastern. Thank you.
Arnold's maid wasn't Latina either. She was an entire fucking South American country.
Oh my God. Dude, but his son with her is jacked. I know. Versus his normal son, which is fat. It's like a house, bro. You know, isn't he a big ass mother? Dude, he looks like a big old hand planet.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, imagine being Arnold Schwarzenegger's son and be like
the pressure. That's why, right? Like, because like you have to live up to dad, or you're just like, no, I'll just be a fuck up. I'll just eat everything anyway.
Dude, I would be 16. I'm like, all right, dad, what do I do? Steroids? You want to do it? Put them. Where do I put them? Like, please, I got to get to where you're at, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to ever get any clout is you got to get fucking huge immediately, and then once you get huge, you can start your career. But you got it, and you can see Arnold's other sons doing it. He's like, let's do this, and he looks just like the motherfucker. It's hilarious.
He looks, his face looks fucking. It's like, how did you ever hide this creature from the world? No, it's in Arnold's kid. Don't look at it.
He's like, yeah, this is my maid. And then like our maid son walks up. He's like 16. He's like, Ian, this is our son. It's like, oh, okay, motherfucker, yeah. And then her son's like, hello, I'm her son. You're like, what the fuck? You even sound like the motherfucker. You're not even from there. Why do you sound Austrian? You know,
strong Austrian genetics.
They just got even the voice. Billy Hatcher says, what happened with Brittany Venti? Is she ever gonna be on the show? Dude, she told me she's going through a lot of shit, and And she's just got too much. And dude, she had a video fucking go nuclear recently, and I'm sure she's diving into that. She's making like a documentary and shit. So she got a lot going on. And then I told Pippa's like, don't tell Birdie 50 I was on because she fucking hates VTubers. And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure she's gonna know because the Pippa show eventually is gonna be my highest viewed fucking stream. Because all those PPPs are just they wild. She got a lot of simps.
Dude, it's unreal.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember I went up here to, I was getting my drinks ready and stuff. And I come sit down 20 minutes before the stream on YouTube Studio. And it's like, oh, yeah, like 1,100 people waiting. And I was like, oh, my God.
You know what? I'm now on a quest. I'm on a fucking blood quest now. I'm going to get a bigger VTuber on your show before I die just to get more views than that fucking Pippa stream. I don't care if I have to become the biggest VTuber. I don't care if I have to make Lofty into the. I will market Lofty's gay ass to the biggest VTuber of all time just to outdo Pippa on this damn show. Fuck you, Pippa. I'm coming for that bunny ass.
Dude, I'm telling you what, man. Yeah, there's one guy. His name's like Nux
Taku. Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah, he's like he's like got 1 million subs or some shit, right?
Yeah,
there you go. That's the one.
Oh, what? You like thinking about trying to get Nux on your show or whatever?
Yeah.
I did that like years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, now it's a thing. Keno says, I've had 20 surgeries, couldn't weight bear on one leg that I ended up losing. Now pain free, able to walk, lost over 100 pounds, 79 in the last 4 months. Carnivore and mad. Congratulations, kid. Dude, I love hearing that shit. That's my favorite thing. You know what I love hearing? I love hearing people like Marcel de Fleur, people saying, dude, I'm down 100 pounds, bro. And I'm like, wow. And it's such a better thing to hear than, oh, I'm not able to lose weight. I have an issue. I just can't lose weight.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was a dude who was sending me updates and I saw him. God, I can't even remember. I saw him at Matsuri like between the year or whatever. And he had lost a fucking person.
Yeah.
Like he'd lost like 160 pounds or something crazy. And it's like, oh my God. He's like, and I still got like another 100 to go. It's Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah. Dude, I love it. That's like my boy Bob Dole. And he's down to like 280. And he started out at almost, I think he was like 500. It's fucking crazy. So he's getting there. Jay's game butthole. She yelled at me for saying that, but cutie 3-year-old Rippaverse hat. Suck it. Yeah. I'd like to have Brittany Venti on, but like I said, I just want to have Brittany Venti on just to have her on. I think it'd be fun. Because we're gonna talk about porn. It's gonna be the whole stream.
Oh my God.
Why you don't like porn?
I will not watch that episode because I will be pulling out other people's body hair because I'll be bald.
Oh my God, dude. I tell you what, like I saw a thread earlier on a message board and it was like, Marie Taylor Green, whatever fucking name. I don't know.
Marjorie Taylor Green. Yeah.
She's like, she put a banning porn nationwide thing into this budget bill. And I'm like, oh my God. Like everybody in the threads, like, yeah, based. I agree. Based. Porn ruins lives. And every incel piece of shit on this freaking Reddit post, let's be honest, they are all stroking their shafts to porn. Every one of them. And they're like, yeah, ban it, bro. It's bad for you. As they're freaking literally making stomach pancakes as they read that shit. You ain't tricking nobody with that bullshit. An ass rammer.
Yeah. No, it's like, just stop. Like, just stop. Like, nobody asked you to. That's the thing. It's like, can you just lower taxes? Like, can you work on that? Can you just like lower taxes? How about reducing the gas tax so that gasoline costs a little bit less? How about you work on a trade deal or something? Just nobody fucking asked. You don't have to worry about it. It's not your problem.
Yeah, let's just fucking abolish the IRS. Like what the fuck? Like, can you please do something that is not gay? I'm so sick of the gay things. Like, can we just stop with the gayness? Like, it's like, oh, we need a bill that does this social issue. I don't give a fuck. Lower taxes, eliminate taxes. That's all I care about. Stop worrying about all this other shit.
Yeah, imprison the IRS. Just do that. Just imprison the IRS, dismantle the CIA or whatever. Turn the FBI on the CIA. That'll be funny. Have them fight each other for a while. That'd be hilarious. We could televise it.
Yeah, commentate over it. Oh, look at that one. Right in the face. Right in the face. I mean, oh, look, he's teabagging that one. Holy shit. It'd be great. Z Highness says, I was told to refer to my diet as a lifestyle. The 199. Hell yeah, dude. That's what you do. 100%. When you go into this diet, don't think of it as I'm going to do this for 6 months. Think of it as I'm going to do some form of this for the rest of my fucking life. Bad Dragonaut says, Nick, get Nux and Project Melody on. Well, he's already had the Nux.
I would love to talk to Project Melody.
Yeah, dude. You gotta do something. You gotta get some VTuber on before I get the next one. Even though
I was saying, you misunderstood. I'm gonna get the biggest VTuber on your show.
Oh shit. Okay.
Just to outdo the Pippa stream because I'm more mad at Pippa than I am at you.
Oh, well, good. That's perfect. That works. That's a win-win.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. No, now when I found out that there's gonna be no more from what is it called? Fishman. What is it called?
Phase Connect?
Yeah, there will be no Phase Connect on my show. Woo. I'm very thankful that Pippa swung that shit. Because like as soon as she logged on, she was probably getting fucking Discord messages, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, motherfucker? Like, and she's like, haha, I'm ignoring that right now.
You can just fucking imagine.
Yeah, God, Jesus. You should try and get Shy Lily, who's a VTuber on Twitch. She has over 1 million followers and grew really fast on Twitch. As long as she ain't Phase Connect, let's do it. Even if she is, I'd be down. I'm just saying I ain't gonna let it. Lefty Lowell says, I learned a valuable lesson last week. If you make a joke about Amber Heard on Twitter, you might get 1/4 of views. A whole lot of rad femme weirdos super pissed. Those death threats. Yeah. So my biggest tweet ever was an Amber Heard tweet. I don't remember what it was about. Something's really stupid about shit in a bed or something, but it got like millions and millions of views. It got like 37,000 likes or some crazy shit. Lefty Lulls. So thank you. I love you. Appreciate you. Low IQ. Does anybody know what Pippa looks like in real life? She sounds cute, which means she's 300 pounds. I do. Yeah, she's not 300 pounds. Julia C21 says Nick should.
Oh, the mystery.
The mystery.
She's 400 pounds.
Damn. He uncovered the mystery immediately. Julian says Nick should collab with Kirsch. She's a friend of and just as base, but not anchored down by a company. That's good. Kirsch. Somebody said this to me recently. Kirsch.
I think there's I'll explain later.
Mandy says, can I animate my drawings and be a VTuber for Nick? I would need a coach to show me how, and I currently have 70 followers now. Yes, make Nick's VTuber avatar. It needs to be adorable. Just absolutely adorable. And then he has to do the voice changer. Ooh, woo, ooh, woo. Let's talk about law today, everybody. Ooh, woo.
We're going to talk about law, Oni-chan. Or whatever the fuck they say. God. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, they just scream. And like, I love, dude, some of them I can't. Yeah, their voice changer that they have that lowers them or lifts them up 2 octaves. It's like hard to listen sometimes. I'm like, ooh, shit, it hurts.
Oh.
Like, you're just screaming. Man, I think people think that it's their real voice, but it's not.
No, it is. That's their real voice. Definitely. Everything about them is real.
Yeah, especially the little cartoon avatars. Pure jealousy. What's up, baby? I have a thyroid disease, but I hike, run, and work out. I've managed to keep a healthy BMI. I'm 46, so there's no excuse. Congratulations on growing the channel. Thank you, Pure Jealousy, on Rumble for the Rumble rants. By the way, Rumble rants are open now to the mobile app. Isn't that something?
Hey, what's up, Pure Jealousy?
Yeah, dude, she's always in my damn Rumble. Concerning ham planets, I remember seeing the Ethan Sulpy video on how he went from 450 to 275 over a Renaissance period YouTube channel. Yeah, it's just calories in, calories out. It always has been. It always has been since the dawn of time. Like the stream, bitches. Darren Moose said, Saw Friday stream. Got to say, while you have a Nick rant and shirtless Camelot, Jessica took the cake. Jessica didn't say shit for like an hour at one point. You just simping, bruh. Darren Moose, you just simping right now. That's all you doing.
Darren Moose.
Just a simp right now because she just sat there silent with a shirt off, which is great. I'm not discounting how great that is, but I'm just saying you simping is all. Yeah. Did you see this girl tweet at me? I see girl. So she tweeted at me and she's like, bro, Camelot's so fine. And I'm like, LOL, Jessica, you're crazy. And then I see like another girl comment and she's like, get that, bro. And she's like, oh, I'm going to get it. And I'm like, oh, goddamn, Jessica, hold on. We're in public. We can't say it's a public forum. All right. You just telling secrets and shit. You're doing that. Like if you want to sit on the face, don't tell people. You can say it, but like don't say you did it, like for real.
Yeah, like say it, but don't say it, right?
Yeah, say it, but like LOL, not like here's pictures, right? Which no one's found my porn yet. and they never will. I guess I need to just name it myself. A Camelot, but bangs girl. Like, come on.
Didn't you read Ready Player One? It's gonna take some fucking time, man.
Yeah, pretty shocking. Yeah, I haven't told my audience that. Yeah, dude, I was giving a girl full beans and I put it on some random site. There you go. There's your everybody knows.
There you go. Go scour the internet. Find this. It's 27 seconds long. He spilled it last night. He said it's 27. That's your clue. Go watch all of the 27-second porns.
There's somebody out there. It's like they're going through it for days.
They're writing a script. Scour the internet for all 27-second clips and watch them all at the same time on one giant like screen, like Swordfish. Hugh Jackman.
Enhance. Is that his tattoo? Enhance. Gotta find it. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe it'll I've narrowed it down to 5 million sites. Hell yeah, dude. Like I said before, this is a little bit of a shorter show today, guys. We'll probably be closing it down here relatively soon because Nick's got a lot of shit to do and I got a lot of shit to do, and it's just all starting to culminate into one big old shit sandwich. But we are exactly $2.99 from Five Milk. Already hit the Naked Snake, so we'll do Naked Snake here in a minute, and then we will close her down, boys. Do you still use Rumble? Yes. There's currently couple 300 people watching on Rumble, I think, right now. So thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate that. Dude, Rumble's great. Rumble's been doing well. And they added the Rumble rant feature to mobile. Can you explain what they're doing? You said I was kind of drunk last night when you explained it. So they're paying.
So was I.
Like they're paying a certain, like they're paying the portion.
Wait, so Rumble takes, normally they would take a 20% cut of any Rumble rant, right? Yeah. Like YouTube takes 30, Rumble takes 20. Now when you use any app store app, same thing. If you're using YouTube through an iPhone app, for example, Apple takes a 30% cut and then YouTube takes their 30% cut. Now YouTube gets around this with Google. The Google App Store doesn't charge that 30%.
Right.
Because Google owns YouTube, but Apple does. So a $10 super chat from an Apple device actually pays the creator $4.90 when you do the math.
Right.
Now, what Rumble has said is they are capping the amount taken at 30% from any Rumble rant through 2023. So they're going to eat any profit that they would have made on it is basically it.
Right. Okay.
So since Apple or Google will take the 30%, Rumble isn't going to take the 20% that they would normally take afterwards.
Nice. And is that for us? Like a certain time period, or is that in?
Yeah, through the end of the year.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, so, 6 months, man. That's cool.
That's very, very nice of Rumble, and they're going hard. They got Kai and Speed, which is wild as fuck. And Speed was growing at an alarming rate, and they have him over there. They have Kai over there. Now, look, unfortunately, you got to be famous as hell. God damn it! So one day we're gonna get on the deal. But DV8, I love you. Thank you for the holiday and the weekend show. I appreciate you. And my boy Rob, hope they don't find our porn. That'd be awkward. P.S. Miss you, Nick. So you met Rob, Holy Ozone.
Yeah.
He was chilling with us and singing Don't Stop Believing on the piano. Yeah, dude, he was at my house and we were talking about the Swiss rolls that you left in my freezer. Yeah, dude, I haven't eaten any of them though. I'm a strong man. Strong man. Yeah. I don't fall to the devil's candy of delicious sweets and all that shit. So thank you, Holy Ozone. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Rumble growing, and I saw some list actually that said Rumble actually is getting more traffic than Twitch now by like a margin.
Really?
Yeah, I think and YouTube's obviously number one, and now Rumble is ahead of Twitch in actual interaction. So
holy
that's
shit.
Pretty wild. That's pretty wild. They're becoming a player. And there's a part of me now. Look, I understand that's the reason that disenfranchised like conservative creators go there is because they're just going to get fucking banned or demonetized anywhere else. I get it, but I hope it starts to get more like than that. Well, with Kai and Speed, it is obviously.
Yeah.
So like I don't really care for the content that Speed does because it like makes me feel like I did cocaine without actually doing cocaine. But still. you know, he brings in a lot of fucking viewers. So
He does.
I can't say, yeah.
I don't understand it at all. Like, I tried to watch a show, and like, I get when you see the little clip or whatever of him doing something crazy. Like, I understand that, but
Yeah.
like the show in general, it's like, I don't get this. I'm not hating on it. I just like, I don't understand it. And people fucking love that guy though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just not, I guess I'm just too old. You know, it's too crazy. And somebody said the Rumble comment sections are dead. My chat on Rumble is freaking active as hell right now. It's just going down.
I think they mean the comment sections on the after the video is up.
Oh,
not like the live chat.
Yeah.
You know, there's part of the problem is that their interface for the comment section sucks. It needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
But the question is that of value to the people on the platform? Like, is the comment section after a video of value? And for some people, the answer is yes. For others, I'm like, I don't care as much. I don't like drop comments usually unless it's I'm giving someone a shout out or like a thank you or something. But some people like really, I don't know that Rumble actually cares that much about the comment section. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see it serving too much of a purpose. On YouTube, it's more ingrained because it's been that way for 100 years. But once you watch a live stream on Rumble, you like exit the video. So, Helena, thank you, love you, appreciate you. Let's do some Naked Snake, and then we're gonna close her down. A little bit earlier tonight, guys. Just got a lot of stuff going on. It's about 30 or 20 minutes earlier than normal. But I don't give a damn. Get on it, doggone it. We're gonna do Naked Snake, and we're gonna log off here. I want to appreciate everybody. We did miss one red boy from Rainbow Night, but there was like fucking 7 pink boys to make up.
There were a lot of them, yeah.
Those pink boys are wild. Half Irish. What's up, baby? How you doing, sexy? I mean, how you doing, girl? Let's do some Naked Snake, and then we're gonna log off here, and I'm gonna get drunk as hell and start working on an engine because I got a lot to work to do on my engine that I just got. Got to get everything prepped and buttoned up to put in the car so I can race next weekend. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's do some Naked Snake. I want to thank everybody in the stream for being so goddamn awesome. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you. Disco Carbon Top Dog, I love you. I appreciate you. You guys have been goated as hell. I want to thank Nick for coming on short notice, a little bit short notice today. I was beside the pool and I was like, I need to message Nick, and then I kept forgetting because I was sitting beside the pool, you know, drinking. So this is how it is. Thank you, Iron Omega, Nick, and Cody. Another great stream. You mentioned Warrior Tier the other night. Have you heard of the channel Vox in the Void? Very cool 40K channel.
I have not. I'll check them out.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Iron Omega. Helena, anyone else have an issue with chat on YouTube? Nope. Only you, girl. Thank you guys so much. It's only Helena, guys. What engine, what car, Mez? It's a R5 P7 Dodge NASCAR Cup engine for a NASCAR Cup car that I race. It's time, boys. It's time again.
No, I'm not streaming tonight, by the way. People are asking. But I might show up on Flashcast. Sorry.
Where's my bandana? I guess I'm just getting shirtless. I don't know where it is. I was drunk last night, guys. Thank you guys so much. This is the 166th Naked Snake in a row. That is over a year. I appreciate you guys so much for all your support. I don't deserve that shit even a little. Hey, what's up? I see Tennessee Marine in here. Where is he at? What's up, bitch? How you doing, dude?
That dude's great.
He's a great man. Great man. In honor of the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, by the way, thank God. In darkness. It's going to be great, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to pop the headset off, rip the shirt off, get the titties out. Get on it, doggone it. No bandana, but it's fine. Let's do this, guys. 166 in a row. Get on it, diggity doggone it. Hell yeah. This is for you, Disco. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Nick's doing it
every time.
In my time, there be nobody else. Oh yeah, boys! Hell yeah! Cry. It's the way I fly to you. Oh my gosh, and Rudy too. I'm still in a dream. Snake and Steph, what's up, baby? Helena, here it is. You guys ready?
Someday we'll go to the rain. Someday
Yeah.
we'll see the trees
It's the most ridiculous shit.
It's a trial to survive.
166 times in a row. You can't stop the train, cause I give my life. Not for honor, but for you. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Get on it, doggone it. I appreciate you guys so much for all your support. Rude 2 coming in with another one, boys. Jada Mac with another one. You can't stop the naked train, Snake. Doesn't stop, bros. Because it's the way I fly to you. My God. Get on it, doggone it. Tug Simpson here. Appreciate you, baby. John Gordon coming in as well. Joining the train. The 166 naked snake train in a row. I appreciate you guys so much. Hell yeah. We did it, boys. Thank you so much. Love you. Appreciate you. Get the hell on the doggone it. You guys are goated. Last one of the night. Here we go. Thank you guys. Amazing job. Woo. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I appreciate you guys over on Rumble as well. You guys are goated as hell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Evan Martin. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. I love you. Missouri Johnson, love you. I appreciate you. You can catch Nick might be on Flashcast later. I might be on Flashcast later, but I'm also going to go drink a little bit more because I got to get on it. I only had 2 claws this whole time. Thank you, Legal Layman. 284 on my end and only losing more. Got a better skill now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Have fun. That's good to hear. Everybody that is on their weight loss journey in a time where over 70% of people are overweight or obese in the U.S., we can make that number go down. And it starts with you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I love you. All right, boys. Claws are for the gays. Yeah, Patrick, after everything we've been through together, and you gonna say that shit to me in front of God and everybody.
So rude. So fucking rude.
So rude, Patrick. When you know, okay? You know, all right, that I absolutely adore the claws, bro.
And the penis.
And yes, that's most of all. Tonight, boys, make sure you like the stream. We're 25 away from goal. I need you to hit that bitch right now. Hit that bitch right now like it's the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Get it? Because you beat women back in then. All right. Hit that like
Only
button.
if you loved them.
Only if you loved them. Thank you guys so much. By the way, we're going to raid Mr. Karras. He got laid off 2 days ago. He's a good man. He's one of my good friends. We're going to raid him tonight. He's playing some Jedi Survivor, I think, which I've been wanting to play. So go give him some love. He needs it. He deserves it. He's a good boy. Subscribe to his channel. Give him a good comment in his live stream to give him some hope for the future. Like the stream on your way out. I'll see you guys over in Karras' stream. He's a good man. Get the hell on it. Diggity. Doggone it. Hell yeah.